Corvallis, Colorado, and home to the Air Force Falcons. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Army Black Knights, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Air Force Falcons. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Falcons will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cadets offense will be first on the attack. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Direct snap. It's Hunt. Breaks into the open. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Trying to get the corner on the jet sweep. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And the Black Knights will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So Air Force's offense will get the ball for the first time. We've had our eye on this guy for most of the season, and what a weapon he is. He is making a charge for the Heisman Trophy, wasting no time taking a shot. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Takes a hit as he fired. And he tried to balloon that one in on the sideline, but it's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Slithers into space. It's a running room. He's at the slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcon. He wants to throw it.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They'd love to get something started here, down 6-0. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quickly to the tight end.
I tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The give to the back. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
They
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some...
Turning it on! They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. The Black Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Here we go. Off the play fake. And they can't make the connection. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so...
It's intercepted. Got him on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
He's got 67 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. Looking deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference, defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
That penalty moves the ball into the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Makes the catch. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Falcons will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. From the gun. Looking to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. And Total Fry just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller. And that's...
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. The Falcons with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. He hurls one deep down the left side. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Air Force. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it. They got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Trying to pound their way in. He's in with the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and they stretch that lead to 16.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The Cadets here doing their best impressions of a jet engine right on takeoff. Listen to this place. They'll go right back to it. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. And the Black Knights will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Touchdown Falcons! Special teams proving to be special. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. To the ground with the back. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Holding. Offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Black Knights will punt it away on 4th down. Hauls it in at the 40.
Explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. The pitch to the left. Shakes off the defender. Knocked out way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a 9-yard loss. And the Black Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield, it's Jimenez. Hauls it in. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it.
They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. The Black Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. Makes the grab close to the logo. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires on the move. Connection to the right. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Well, guys, the Air Force has the lead here, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on 1st down. Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Now the play fake. Fires to the tight end. Nowhere to run, nowhere really a place to be tackled immediately. Second down coming up. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
And the Black Knights send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today. And no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. And the offense is really backed up as this ball is down at the 5. Air Force has it back and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Holding. Offense.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Racing to the right. And he eluded the defense and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Air Force.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Handoff from the gun. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking for room. It's Hunt. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Black Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Throwing on the run. Pulls it in on the right. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Falcon. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. How about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
The quick out. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The offense set for a first down play.
Here we go, here we go.
The RPO fire complete to the left. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Black Knights with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the ground. He's in open space downfield. Running through contact. They believe in this running game, and they take it all the way down to the 25 before he goes out of bounds. The Black Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Not this time. After finding running room on the previous play, nowhere to go this time around as the defense rises up. Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. The RPO, it's complete. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Black Knights are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% the season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He wants to go deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that falls incomplete on 4th down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. So a little too much contact trying to defend the fade in the end zone, and the PI will move it closer. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. Under fire. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Makes the grab on the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Air Force.
How about the day for this young guy? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's chased out of bounds inside the 15. They'll mark him out at his own 14-yard line. Not much on that kick return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll give it to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
DB's right up on the receivers. Caught. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Black Knights are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Jimenez. Finds his tight end. How about that aloof? Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Looking to throw on 1st down. Completes it in the middle. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. Offense getting set for 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Black Knights come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. It's complete to the left. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up 1st and goal. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Looking for the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Army!
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Starts a drive trying to go up top. It's complete on the right side. Good pick up a little bit short of the sticks. And the Falcons are in the hurry-up. The play-action fake. He'll off one deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. The Falcons come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Pressure coming. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been...
There he goes. Inside the 10. And he's slipping on the ground, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Falcon.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you don't think you can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
He's into the end zone, and what a way to end the half. A touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and that's how we'll go to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
The Black Knights will boot it away to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Cooks. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it for a big play. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Air Force. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good.
He smashes his way through again. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. From the gun, running back on the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Running back searching for a hole. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Makes the grab on the left. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. And the Black Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. On target over the middle. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. The Black Knights have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give to the back. Runs through the tackle. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. And the Black Knights come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Black Knights will line up to punt it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. To the air on 2nd down. He'll take another shot here. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Setting up the screen. Crosses the 45. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Falcons moving quickly to the line.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Let's go, let's go.
Looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game. Oh, what a move to get room. Oh, he's got some space. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down to the 14-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Black Knights come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Out of the shotgun, they go to ground. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Black Knights! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell.
He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be chased out of bounds inside his own 20 at the 18-yard line, and a great job of coverage there. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Here's the handoff. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Unloads to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Black Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Snagged in the middle. It's Payne. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
Snap to the back. Finds some fresh air. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Direct snap. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration.
He lost one down the sideline. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
Offense.
We've got pass interference, but this time it's on the offense. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. At midfield, he's got room. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. Now on second down. They'll run play action. Forced out of the pocket. On the move, he fires. Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there. Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves them with a 3rd and 6. They'll run the screen. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab over the middle. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with the first down.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
The Falcons want to crank the tempo.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
And the Falcons trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Sends it back in motion. Off play action on 1st down. Looking for the goal line. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. This dude is absolutely taking a flamethrower to this secondary, torching everybody in sight.
So find something different, right? Like double team him, do whatever it takes to not let that guy beat you. He's just consistently being the one that's destroying you. You got to find a way to make somebody else work, make somebody else beat you.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Army has it back in the offense ready to go. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary.
And now they lost the ball down here. Yeah, that seems about right. A defensive touchdown. Absolute catastrophe for this offense.
And the defense right now flying around, getting to the ball carrier, knocking the ball loose, running into the end zone, jumping on it for a touchdown.
He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. The give on the inside. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter. Air Force has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll run it to the right. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Honestly, it just looks like the defense has better players on the field, and that's really demonstrated itself throughout the course of the game. They've got more speed. They've been able to shut this offense down in every possible way, and even on that last one, not letting them get out of bounds. You've got to be impressed with what you've seen by this defense.
And the Black Knights will send out the punt unit. Just needs a crack to get a return. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Looking left. He makes a catch. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Falcons want to pick up the tempo. They'll run the option. Give to the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Gives it on the option. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. The Black Knights have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. And the Black Knights are on the move.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Escapes the sack. He's going to run it. Quarterback gets the first down. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Army! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Rice fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to UTSA. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries,